And let's get going with episode 34 of F1 Manager 22 here as Mercedes heading to Silverstone in just under 2 weeks, with the lead in the constructors still over Ferrari and Red Bull, and Lewis holding the lead in Drivers' Championship by 7 points over Max Verstappen. ATR period is now open, and we're definitely going to be developing the car for this season because we're right up there in the championship hunt. What can we work on? Current analytics of the car. We're definitely need some help in the high-speed corners a little bit. Brake cooling could use some work as well. Top speed could use some work. But let's probably focus on the front wing a little bit. Got 5.4 simulator hours. Definitely going to dump some time into there. Let's put some wind tunnel hours in as well. Probably dump half of it in. And half of our simulator hours. High-speed corners is definitely going to help us out. What do we want to skew it towards? Probably low speed and low speed and medium speed corners. That should definitely help. Help the brake cooling. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Well, 28 days. That's still going to be a while, but oh well. That's all set. Other project underfloor research going to be done in 19 days. Not in time for Silverstone. I'm thinking, because we have no new developments on the car, let's go ahead and go forward a little bit. Might have DeVries practice the car, maybe in place of George. Lewis, because he's leading the championship, might have him just get as much of the track acclimate, whatever that word is. Have him get as much of that as possible. So, yeah, I mean, sorry, George, it's your home Grand Prix, just like Lewis, but DeVries does need some more experience in the car if we are to replace Lewis at the end of the season. So, should be all done here. Got refurbishment of the Tour Center facility complete. And we're going to need to get some more front wings in. Just do that at normal pace. Just so we don't burn through all our money. Boardroom, poor condition. Might help upgrading that. It'll help the confidence. I mean, our target for the season is second or above in the constructors, and should be on pace for that if we keep up with the development of the car. Day race simulator is improved and refurbished. ERS poor condition. Yeah, we should probably take a look at this. Okay. Ooh. Let's see here. Engines are fine on both cars. ERS. Switch over on George. Probably switch over for Lewis as well. Gearbox for both drivers. Pretty good. So, should be all done here. Off to Silverstone for Lewis and George's home Grand Prix. And just wrapping up Q1 here at Silverstone. Got Red Bull 1-2 over Ferrari 3-4, Lewis P5, and George P6. I do think our race pace will be better than that, though. So all hope is not lost for a podium here. Had a couple incidents in practice. Ricardo in P3 ran right into Haas, and he's either got a penalty for the driving conduct or they took a new gearbox or something. But he's going to have a grid penalty. So will Mick Schumacher, but eliminated, no surprises there. Latifi, both Williams, and both the Aston Martins. Jumping ahead to the last flyer in Q2 as Lewis locks up in P5, but the good news for him is at least he should be safely in up there in P5 at the moment. Verstappen and Perez currently 1 and 2 again, but George on the outside looking in. Guess he got stuck in traffic pretty badly there. Also on the outside looking in, Magnussen, Stroll, Ocon and Gasly, Vettel currently in the top 10. be good because I think he's been missing out on Q3 the past couple weekends. So Lewis, I got on his original set of softs because again, I don't think he's going to get bumped at all. Both the guys currently setting PBs in Sector 1. Verstappen goes purple Sector 1. One thing I forgot to touch on, Nick DeVries, pretty quick in practice. Lewis was P3 and P1. DeVries was down P6, although I had Nick mostly practicing on the mediums. I don't think I put him on the softs. So, first time in free practice for Nick this season. It's looking pretty good. And again, that's something Frontier should probably fix. And George bumps in. It's a little annoying there. And Lewis obviously going to stay in there. Ricardo bumps in. Bottas on the bubble. Vettel's going to get bumped, actually. Norris stays where he's at. Stroll stays where he's at. Jumps up P11. Gasly bumps in, knocks Ocon out. All right, second flyer now. Lewis up in P4, George P6 with signs in between them. Strategy-wise, it looks like a one-stopper, medium to hard, but there is potential for a two-stopper. I guess if track temp stays pretty high. It was actually 45 degrees Celsius at the start of Q3. It's dropped off a little bit now that we got cloud cover over the track. If it stays high on Sunday, I think it's going to be a cloudy race, though. Maybe able to push on the mediums, push on the hards, and then go to soft at the very end. And actually might try that maybe with George. But we'll just take a look at how everything looks pace-wise once we're all set there. Got Lewis leading George out on the track right now. It's going to look like another Red Bull 1-2 here. Lewis the only one on a brand new set of soft tires. He's improving in both sectors. Sainz currently not fastest. Well, he's improving in Sector 2. Did not improve Sector 1. George not improving Sector 2. Leclerc stays P3. Bottas stays P7. Alonso I don't think is going to jump us either, so George is going to start P6 at the lowest. Very good. Lewis, not going to improve by much, but Sainz does jump him, actually. George obviously going to stay P6, so top three starters here going to be Verstappen, Perez, and Leclerc. We'll be starting P5 with Lewis and P6 with George. Don't think Alonso is going to be completing his lap here. So expecting a cloudy race, again, strategy-wise. One stopper should be good, but we're just going to compare, so it should be a 1:19:01. Let's see here. That could be a 1:18:50. But apparently a 1:17:25? Really? I don't know about that. Something seems a little off with these race times here, so I'm not sure how much I trust them. I think we'll probably just stick with the old standard one stopper here, medium to hard. I'll do the same with George as well. Again, I don't believe that's going to be a 1:17:25. No way. But, actually, let's see if maybe we can move around with these a little bit. No, we'll keep that the way it is. Okay, fuel usage, turn that up. I'll wait a little bit to kick on the ERS to start with. They might have an opportunity to push on the tires a little bit, but we'll probably do that once we get going here. Anyways, off to the British Grand Prix.
Patience is high, and the drivers are ready for this. The British Grand Prix.
There we go.
It's lights out, and away we go.
Both Red Bulls get away pretty well. Looks like Verstappen's got the edge here. Looking on the inside, not going to get it there. Leclerc's getting challenged by Sainz already. Here comes Lewis. Russell trying to fend off Bottas at the moment. Looks like Leclerc pushed Sainz out wide there.
Come on.
George does lose P6 to Bottas. Everyone on the medium except for Stroll, so Stroll's definitely going for that two-stopper.
For Alfa Romeo.
See if George can just pluck it down the inside of Valtteri here.
Keep doing this job.
Still fighting.
Just head down, concentrate on your race.
Still fighting. Still fighting. I don't think either of them were expecting to be side by side for so long. Now it says. We're still stuck behind the Ferraris. That's okay. We're still in range to be able to hang over a DRS train here. Tell them to get up on the wheel and push on the tires here in just a little bit, but we're just going to keep the fuel rate up for now. DRS should be opening up in one lap. Not in a bad spot so far. Gotta tell George to turn it up just a little bit now.
So use these tires.
Just so he closes the gap up to Lewis a little bit. Make sure he stays within DRS range. Hopefully he gets away from Bottas. Still Verstappen over Perez up front. Leclerc over Sainz. George starting to claw back up there as here we come to the line for DRS. There we go.
DRS has been enabled.
Hopefully get some more separation to Bottas. We're still up here with them, so we'll tell them back off the fuel a little bit.
And think about increasing the lift and coast just a little.
Okay. And just hang out on the train. Don't look at doing any crazy moves right now. George may just about shaking Bottas off of him. The gap should be over a second now. Hopefully keeps him out of DRS range. Problem is, gotta make sure we stay within range of Lewis here. Got the wing open again, there we go. Definitely lost Bottas, so very good. Raise right up there, back him off a little bit.
More lift and coast. Recovery.
So I'm on standard, should be stuck up here on the train now.
That is fastest lap.
So you got fastest.
Yoink, we'll take that right back. Lewis started to make some moves up front, started to challenge Leclerc. While we're here, might as well try using some overtakes, see if we jump up a little bit further.
Overtake is available.
Understood.
Really well executed.
Pass there, though Leclerc is still trying to stick his nose in.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Keep using the DRS, see what more we can get here. Actually, George, let's try overtaking as well. See if we can get around Leclerc here.
Overtake.
Yeah, Roger.
It's George trying to get that move done. He's got it.
Good job there.
P5 for George, P4 for Lewis.
It's a race position gained for a Mercedes.
See if Lewis can get it down the inside here. Yes, he will. Ooh, he might get 2 for 1 special. There he goes. Maybe looking for more? Okay.
There's been an incredible move by Mercedes.
That was hot. Let's watch that
Let's
again,
take a
actually.
closer look. Now, just watch the Mercedes.
Just
here.
throws it down the inside. 1, 2. Bit of a swipe by Perez there, but we're still up here. Perez, the defending winner of the race. Looking good so far. I just wanted better positioning within the train there, so. And with Verstappen and Sainz still fighting, it keeps George right in their tire tracks. As here comes Lewis looking down the inside, Verstappen looking on the outside, 3 wide for lead at Silverstone. Wow. Verstappen takes it right back.
Keep up now.
Red Bull gained a place.
Really, after we from our pit? No, still a long time, but looking good so far. Now Sainz trying to make a move around the outside here. Still pleased. Well, Sainz starting to stick a nose in here on lap 10 around the outside. So side by side for P3. It's okay right now because we're still part of the DRS train. Still got George right behind them as well. It's right there. It will still clump together. We're 6.5 seconds clear of that second pack of the Alpines and the Alfa Romeos. Well, I don't know if he's fully got back yet, Bono.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Nice work, Lewis.
It's not over. Just trying to fuel up. I mean, it's got a little bit of excess fuel right now, so.
And think about less lifting coast.
Understood.
It's not totally dead on the water in the straight, so we're able to hang tight with him right there. There we go, nice and clear. George will save up for a little bit because we're going to make a big push on Sainz here in a little bit. Improve our positioning even more ahead of the pit stop, which is still about, about a dozen laps away or so. we go. That should be good right there. Although Leclerc's trying to make a move.
So no need to charge the pack.
Copy.
George back in line, but that's okay. We're going to try going right back around anyway.
Yeah, overtake.
Copy.
I don't know if he's going to be close enough to make a lunge here at all. Maybe through next DRS zone. Don't want to push too hard on the tires right now. We want to make sure we got enough tread to make the hard tires last through the end of the race. Getting that positive. I want to do a two-stopper because we'll probably lose too much time on the pit lane. And if we did push all the way here. Use too much ERS there with nothing happening. Oh wow. Might have to actually have George push a little bit here if he loses any more time. Right now he's okay. Actually, you know what? Nope. Get back up there.
Right, push hard now.
Yeah, copy.
Make sure you don't lose the train, even though it is about 8 seconds back to that second pack. As Bottas actually looks like he's got some separation there.
And there's the fastest.
Works for me. I'll pick up, so put it back down. Just keep sitting tight here. I mean, with us pushing more, we're going to have to bring George in first, most likely. But cross that bridge once we get to it. Ooh, someone goes wide. It's Carlos Sainz.
Okay.
Well, that's neat. That'll get him out of the way. Let's go ahead and push a little bit, get back up there, make sure we don't lose it. But Sainz now over 3 seconds off of George.
Copy.
Works for us. Lando coming in the pits now. He was on the mediums, so he's going for the two-stopper. Let's go ahead and turn the fuel up a little bit as well, make sure we're fully up there.
Reduce lift and coast.
Copy.
So it definitely helped matters. Carlos was third in points behind Max. So that'll give us a little bit more breathing room up top. But need to get around Sergio with Lewis pretty soon. Might not have to do it before the pit stop. As long as we stay tucked up on this train, we'll be just fine. Lewis actually looks like he's going to get up to second without the help of ERS, so that should work. And George now back on the back here. Backing down just a little bit.
Mercedes moved
Lewis
up
still
a place.
fighting with Perez. Still fighting. Trying to send it deep around the outside here. It's got optimal line for this corner. Turn the fuel up a little bit.
And think about less lift and coast.
Understood.
I need some help from the overtake, maybe. Well, actually... Oh, okay, right, they're coming in early. I think they're going for the two-stopper.
Increasing lift and coast just a little.
Surprised they're coming in this early, actually. Actually surprised they're going for the two-stopper as well.
Is boxing.
In the pit lane now.
Let's see who jumps who here. Verstappen go get out ahead. Should both be on the hard tire, I imagine. That does indeed appear to be the case. So Verstappen slots out P8. Got out ahead of Stroll, but still 5 seconds to get up to the second pack there. Debating if we want to just back up the tires a little bit, and we could give George a little bit more ERS energy here.
The pack.
See if Perez comes in the pits. No, he does not, so he might be on the one-stopper with us. Things looking quite good right now. Straight away later, Lewis back to fighting for it. George still hanging out within range, putting more of a gap on signs. Verstappen and Leclerc each stuck around 19 and 21 seconds respectively off the lead. George trying to slip back just a little bit. So here comes Lewis powering around the outside to the lead as home Grand Prix. Oh, it was only going to last for so long until next straightaway. Pit window's going to open in a few laps here. Again, George you're going to bring in first because his tires are a little bit more worn. So hopefully get him out ahead of Leclerc, hopefully. Verstappen's gaining a little bit into us, but Leclerc is holding steady around 21 seconds off the lead. Lewis we can actually afford to turn up the fuel just a little bit. Someone locks up. That was... Should find out here in a little bit.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Latifi. Womp womp.
Increasing lift and coast.
Turn that back down just a little bit. Window should be opening now. Signs appears he should be on the one-stopper with us as well. Stroll now coming in. Again, he was the only car on the hards. That was probably going to be a two-stopper for him as well. Good, George at the 50% mark on the tires. cloud cover over the track. Starting to bring the temperature down a little bit. Hopefully that stays. Same through here as Lewis goes through the lead. Should be mostly cloudy through the end of the race.
Really well executed.
Perez not coming in there.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Just take a look at Verstappen real quick. It's on the back of this train. Imagine once he gets DRS, should be able to go to by no problem. Oh, no DRS there, but he's looking to the right of Alonso. Can't get it there, though. There goes Perez coming in the pits now. Just going to go ahead, push with Lewis a little bit. Turn that up.
And we'll push.
Just up the pace there. Hopefully bring George along with the DRS. Sainz not coming in now, but going to bring in George now. Hard tire, there you go.
Box, box, box.
All right, here comes George coming in now. Lewis, we're going to keep pushing for one more lap. Sainz now also coming in the pits. So we should have him well covered off here. Lewis will bring it at the end of this lap. 2.8, good release there. Well ahead of Sainz. Good stop. As here comes the field. Comes out just behind Sergio, looks like. Maybe 2 seconds off of Sergio, so bring in Lewis now. Hard tire, there you go.
Lewis, so box, box.
Let's lift and coast.
Let's actually deploy a little bit. Hopefully gain a little bit of advantage here, especially down the straight. All right, here comes Lewis in the pits. Pitting long, so hopefully make the tires last longer. On the back end here. There we go, hard tires going on. 2.8, not that great. Here comes the field coming around the final corner now. Bottas now coming in the pits. Verstappen and Leclerc most likely coming in again. Leclerc and Perez. It's not bad right there.
Valtteri is now pitted.
Actually, let's go ahead and get back up to the train. So let's go ahead and push here. We'll just tow George along with the DRS. They got about 2 seconds to close up to Perez and Leclerc here. That's George got around Lewis there. So actually we're going to reverse the roles. George's now going to push on the tires, get us up there. Have Lewis back off a little bit. Both are still pushing on the fuel.
We're going to push hard.
About a second and a half off of Perez and Leclerc now. And with only one of them able to get... Oh, there goes Lewis again. All right, so again, gotta flip the roles. Still about a second and a half off of them. With two of them scrapping, though, only one of them could have DRS at a time. Should be chipping out of their lead each and every lap here. Fast lap goes to Lewis.
Understood.
Signs well down the order, down P6, 7 seconds off of George. Let's get close to the cars in front. Okay, we'll do the old switcheroo again. Good news! We're back up there. So George leading the way over Lewis. We're within DRS range, both Perez and Leclerc, and again, Leclerc and Verstappen going to have to pit again. So we're in a pretty good position right now. Not going to push on the tires anymore. Though roughly we're at the same wear rate as Perez. So perhaps we can back it down a little bit.
A firm.
Maybe make him last a little bit longer, hopefully. Hopefully that should cool him off down just a little bit as well. Ooh, might have a safety car coming up here. Multiple car crash looks like. Looks like safety car is staying stationary on pit road.
VSC, VSC.
VSC, okay. That's fine.
There's been contact.
Let's see what happened there.
Several
Stroll
cars
has an
involved.
incident.
Let's take a look at the replay. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
What the hell? Okay, so Stroll spins. Ricardo.
You can clearly see
Runs right
the
into it.
contact there. And that
How does Stroll get the penalty on? Oh, you know what? Who cares? All right, so VSC's out. Sit like this. Harvest up some energy.
Charge the pack.
Should be going again here just a little bit. Don't want to back it down too far, just in case we totally lose a bunch of time. When's this thing ending? Stroll in the pits now, probably changing parts in the front. Ricardo going to be changing that front wing. This thing's still going on. Okay, it's finally ending. Gotta put everything back up here.
So VSC.
Let's start
ending.
pushing again.
DRS has been enabled.
That was quick.
And think about less lifting coast.
So I don't think we're actually 2 seconds off. We shouldn't be, at least.
Lift and coast.
Copy.
So charge off.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we are. Okay, all right. So let's put that back up so we get back up there.
Don't be afraid to use the tires.
Yeah, Roger.
Okay, gotta close that gap a little bit. Should definitely have helped Verstappen Leclerc's tires. But maybe they might be doing well enough that maybe they could have thrown him a lifeline. Maybe they don't have to pit for the softs now, or for whatever they're going to go to. Oh, something happened. Sector 1. It's Verstappen?
sounds like we've had a spin.
No. Schumacher. Verstappen's just up the road from Perez and Leclerc. Oh, Schumacher spun. Oh, well. What else is new? Anyways. That was mean. Under 2 seconds now up to Leclerc. 20 laps to go. Got Lewis leading the way for our two Mercedes. Hope she closes up here, no problem. Another caution sector one. What happened?
Okay.
For Alonso, lock up in turn 2. I'm surprised that was a caution, but oh well. George looking around the outside there. It's kind of better if we just keep working it like this. Gap's 1.7. Almost back in DRS range. Sainz still out to lunch back there. Almost 10 seconds behind George. This should have P6 all wrapped up. Hello, lap traffic. Ricardo out of the way there, and I think George just got held up. Well, still got DRS at least. We definitely got held up there, as Leclerc now got shaken off of Perez. And Lewis has got 1.3 seconds to get back up there. Really just got to get in range of Leclerc and then use him as a slingshot, get up to Perez again. Got cheese grating through the tires at the moment. At least you're almost within range of Leclerc. George, we're not going to have to push. We're just going to have him keep running as is. They'll back the fuel down a little bit. You should have plenty of tread left for the end of the race. We got DRS. Yes, we do. Go wings open again. It can move down the left side. Oh, nope. Covered him off. I think that's Verstappen coming in the pits now. Leclerc, I imagine, will be doing the same probably. Not yet. Go on the mediums, okay. Yeah, I guess you couldn't make the softs go that long, so. Well, gonna be well down the order. Actually, Sainz probably gonna jump him as well. Ocon coming in the pits too. That's probably why we didn't go for the two-stopper. Go Lewis up to P2.
This is awesome work, Lewis. Come on.
Perez doing a better job keeping his tires going. Let's go ahead and deploy.
Mercedes moved up
Push.
a
Let's
place.
close at least a second and a half off of Perez's lead here.
Tires are getting hot.
Oh well, gotta
Yeah,
do what you
go
gotta do.
Lewis.
Gotta get up there. Putting a lot of points on Verstappen here, but we want to get the win. Verstappen's going to get around Sainz, no problem. If he gets up to George, we'll just use him as a blocker. There goes Leclerc coming in the pits. They're going on the mediums as well. Currently, top three mirroring last year's result. I think it was Perez over George, or over Lewis over George. So everything's kind of looking the same here. Verstappen out well ahead of Leclerc. They're going to come out in P6. Get this Williams out of the way, please. Not happy with how much of the tires are burning. We're going to have to back that down a little. Didn't get held up by traffic there. That's not good. Also, Perez had some DRS off that lap car. Here's to be Joe Guan Yu. Well, kind of got what we got at this point. I'll take second. Would like to go for the win, but I don't think we make the tires work. So because we went through so much more tread, and with 13 to go, we're actually going to have Lewis just conserve the tires a bit more. Not concerned as much about going for the win now because main competition for the points is Max and Charles, or Max and Carlos actually, and Lewis is ahead of both of them by over 10 seconds. So just focused on getting the car to the end of the race, so we're just having to back it down on the tires a little bit. Save a little bit of fuel as well. We gotta turn it back up, we will, but everything should be okay. Verstappen now under 2 seconds away from Sainz. He'll get around him here in a little bit. But regardless, should be padding our lead over Verstappen just a little bit in the driver's standings with this one. Perez was still like 60 points down or something, so not as concerned if he gets the win. George, meanwhile, is still just carrying on his normal pace. Carlos and Max are a little over 6 seconds behind. So Verstappen just gets around Sainz just now. Still closing. 5 seconds behind George, but again, we're going to use him as a blocker here in a little bit. As Sainz trying to get back around him. Ten to go. Just keep monitoring the gap from George back to Verstappen. I'll work on figuring it out on when we can start playing defense with him. Gap between Lewis and George now about 3.5 seconds. Probably save with Lewis's tires just a little bit more over here. Then we'll start just kind of normal pace in just a few laps. 7 runs wide, sector 3. And that was Gasly. Done conserving with Lewis's tires for now. George, meanwhile, has Verstappen less than 2 seconds behind him. Got 9 to go right now. I will play blocker in just a little bit. Just going to keep monitoring the gap for right now. Goes it on through, okay. hold those cars back. Now hopefully it doesn't just go by like no problem. Let's turn the fuel up a little bit.
And think about less lifting coast.
Okay.
Oh, there he goes. He's looking. See if we get him back.
Overtake will be available.
Copy. Yeah, copy. There's only so much I can do.
7 to go now. Verstappen's still closing gaps now, 2.5 between Verstappen and Hamilton. George wasn't able to hold him up that much, so. Guess we'll try hanging on a 4th with George. Set that to defend. Push with the fuel a little bit. This gap's now under 2 seconds between Max and Lewis.
Less lifting coast.
Copy.
Tires might start falling off the little cliff here in a little bit, so not sure how much else we could do to keep Max behind us. Just about out of ERS energy there. Well, Max now in DRS range, still closing.
Just going to need some lift and coast.
There goes all the energy.
So we're low on battery at the moment.
Looks like Carlos also gets around George. Big straight coming here. Imagine we're going to be sitting duck. There goes Max for P2. Nothing we could do about it. Just over 3 to go. With 4 to go now, and Leclerc's now over the rear wing of George. Leclerc's also on fresh mediums, so he should guess no problem too. We're not going to be able to put up much of a fight at all. Gap from Lewis to Carlos, still about 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds. Verstappen now under 5 seconds to Perez. I don't think he'll get there in time, even though much fresher medium tires compared to Sergio's old hard tires. There goes Leclerc looking down the inside. Okay, nothing we can do about it. By my calculations, everything holds this way. We'll still beat Ferrari by 1 point this weekend. Coming to 2 to go for Sergio Perez. Gap's now under 2 seconds. Verstappen's taking a huge chunk out of it. As there's AlphaTauri now on the way between both of them. Got Lance Stroll in between both of them. I don't think they'll get up to some Vettel in time. Took another half second now. I think this is probably going to be Max's race here. Stroll looked like he was trying to fight back as a lap back. He was still sitting P3. Looking good for the podium. Gap from him to Leclerc, who's now in P4 at 5 seconds. George, 6 seconds off the signs. So maybe there was something to two-stopper. Go gap now under 1 second. Verstappen should have DRS right here. Go, wings open. Oh, now he's out of range. There we go, 1 lap to go for Sergio Perez. Gap's back under a second.
And 1 more lap.
Oh, he's right on them now. Imagine he'll get him. DRS zone coming right here. I don't think it's close enough.
Okay, copy.
I thought I was going to look around the outside there. Maybe I'll break him. Go big DRS zone coming right here. Oh, he's holding them off. Three corners left. Surprised you couldn't get him, but Sergio Perez, 2 years in a row, going to win the British Grand Prix. Verstappen P2. Around the final corner for Lewis. He's going to get P3, round out the podium. That's going to be Leclerc,
Flag now.
who couldn't close enough. Carlos Sainz is going to come across line P5.
Keep pushing, guys. I believe in you.
Well done, mate. We believe in you too.
And here comes
Okay, we'll have a
George
chat later.
to get P6. Well, fast lap went to Verstappen there. Luckily with that, he doesn't take over the driver's standings, I don't think. But for George, in the top 10, we had Bottas, Gasly, Ocon, and Alonso. Kevin Magnussen jumps up 4 spots. Zhou Guanyu jumped up 5. So he's the hard charge of the race, it looks like. Yeah, behind Kevin, we had Lando, Vettel, Stroll, Zhou Guanyu, Albon, Schumacher, Latifi, Tsunoda, and Ricciardo, who with his crash damage finishes dead last, 3 laps off the pace. Driver standings, Lewis's lead shrinks to 3 points over Verstappen, but it's now a 15-point lead over Sainz in P3, George in P4 with his win. Perez gets around Leclerc. Real tight for P4 though. Constructors, Red Bull jumps up to second, makes the most points out of the weekend. We outgain or outpoint Ferrari by 1 point this weekend, so we're still ahead of the Constructors, 5 points by Red Bull, and was that 19 ahead of Ferrari. Well, looks like it's going to be a quick turnaround to the Red Bull Ring in 4 days. Looks like we do have sporting changes for next season. Let's see here. Snow, blah, 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 blah. What do we have here? So, some points changes. We're going to add a point for the pole position and double points for last race, but the points allocation is going to remain the same. I'll vote against that. And we'll actually find out the results of that in the next episode. Still working out on our 2 projects with our cars here. Where we got, where's that? Got underfloor research going to be done in 5 days. And the front wing will be complete in 14 days. That should help us out for the second half of the season. But that's going to do it for us here for this episode of F1 Manager 2022. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. for next episode, which should be coming out 2 to 3 days. Austria up next. Glad you guys have been sticking around with the series and supporting it. Thanks for watching.